Welcome to the future of theme parks, baby. Epic Universe is here, and as a Disney adult, I am beyond hyped. The first new theme park in Orlando in 25 years? Yes, please. I look into these mysterious lands and I see new and wonderful things that I've been missing from my theme park life. Stuff it seems like Disney is happy to abandon, like giant lizards, scary monsters, video games. Oh, there's so many holes inside my theme park heart that I need Epic to fill. Fill my voids, Epic Universe! So pay attention, Disney adults. This is everything you can expect at Epic Universe through the eyes of your favorite Disney park expert. Where Epic excites me the most is their unique take on the hub and spoke design for a theme park popularized by Disneyland. The main goal of this new park is to experiment with guest flow. By creating a new land, Celestial Park, Universal was able to make portals to all of its Epic brands that will assist in crowd control and make it easier for you to experience each area without becoming overwhelmed. Look at these amazing portals. Give me more of this, Universal. They're huge and intimidating, and it sort of feels like real magic as you're being sucked through one of them. Those commercials that you saw on TV were not lying. That's actually how large these things are. They're aggressively large. Now here's what's clever about this design. When a land hits capacity, its portal will close and offer you a return time to come back instead of waiting in overcrowded lands with overcrowded lines. It's kind of clever. It's similar to what Disney used with Batuu when they first opened with boarding groups. And once you're inside, there are also virtual queues for big attractions like you saw Disney do with Cosmic Rewind. So expect there to be a lot of virtual queues and virtual lines and a lot of crowd management with this park, but that's its whole purpose. It's a whole design. Now let's dig into Celestial Park, because as a Disney park fan, I can't even comprehend how cool Celestial Park is. I don't know what to expect. Where I'm normally used to having a giant park icon like a castle, instead Universal built a mini theme park. Yo, I heard you like theme parks, so I put a theme park inside your theme park. These lush green gardens are gorgeous. Serving a park inside a park, yes please. Celestial Park also has dueling roller coasters, its own carousel, plus a few legitimate restaurants, tiki bars, a fountain show. This is the world's coolest waiting room. When one of your portals is shut for a land you want to get to, you don't have to just sit around twiddling your thumbs on a bench. You have a mini theme park in the middle of a giant theme park to explore and have fun in. You're going to be seeing a lot of this land. I just want to let you guys know that, because all of the portals don't have any interconnectivity at the back of the land like a lot of Disney parks do, where you can wander from one land to the other from the back and not have to go all the way to the hub. This is not the case. You're going to have to return to Celestial Park in order to get into another land. So you're going to have lots of epic time here in Celestial Park. But overall, this is just stunning. Universal leaning heavily on stars in the universe and moons and constellations. It's so clever. It's so clever. Sold. Spooky theme parks are not something we're used to as Disney adults. Sure, we've got the Haunted Mansion and Tower of Terror and that crazy jump scare at the end of Journey into Imagination. But Universal really has a lot of ownership over being spooky. They do not mess around with scary. Their stuff is on a whole other level, like crap your pants, extraterrestrial encounter scary, but as a whole theme park. And I'm ready for it. I'm ready to scare myself full of crapped pants. I don't know how you follow. Oops, I crapped my pants.
Oops, I crapped my pants can hold a lot of dung.
The main attraction of Dark Universe, and quite honestly, the entire theme park in my opinion, is Monsters Unchained. An animatronic-packed e-ticket masterpiece, and I was a little worried that I'm not gonna be able to ride this attraction because the seat mechanisms is the same for Forbidden Journey. It's one of those arms with a bench on it, and I was kind of scared that I'm not gonna be able to ride it, but word on the street is that they've upgraded this seat system to have more accommodating size-inclusive ride seats, so I'm really excited to get into this park and try that out. But separate from that, this ride just looks terrifying. Like terrifying. A high-octane horror house. I've never seen anything like this. Truly, you're not prepared, I'm not prepared, go in blind, don't have any spoilers, and you're gonna get your socks rocked right off. Now, not everything in this land is super terrifying. There is a bunch of kid-friendly stuff that you can investigate with the fam. There's a nice little family-style coaster with the Curse of the Werewolf, which looks fun. You know, everyone likes a coaster about a dog, a monster dog. Everyone loves their dog. Come on, please, can we ride the roller coaster with the spooky dog?
So good to see you.
Yes, I'm wearing bandages.
Yeah, what?
You can see me.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's the joke. That's the joke.
And can we just hype for a second the meet and greets that they have in this space? Are you kidding me? The Invisible Man, an absolutely genius concept for a meet and greet. It's so unique. Like, what other invisible characters have you ever met at a theme park? None whatsoever. You also have Igor, the assistant from the E-Ticket Monster Unchained ride, who's kind of like wandering around the park with like a severed hand or a spooky bag. He's got all kinds of gags. I love seeing this guy on social media. I'm just never not tickled by the silly bits that this actor has. It's so good. And you can't go wrong with Frankenstein and his bride as a duo for meet and greets. This is just, the Frankenstein's bride looks stunning in Dark Universe. Now, I'm not exactly sure what is going on with Frankenstein. He's got a real weird face that doesn't match the original movie or the ride. Not exactly sure what's going on for that, but who cares? Who cares? Get hyped. Monsters. You're supposed to be unsettled by this. It's supposed to be creepy. It's supposed to be scary, you know? I dig it. There's also some wandering like vampire hunters that you can counter in the bars and in the pubs. They're kind of cool. They're just, they just look like dirty homeless people. But I guess that's the vibe, right? That's the vibe. So if you're a horror dork, you should be absolutely hyped for this new land. It looks incredible. They've got like a bloody outline of like a dead guy over by the bathrooms. Do I need even any more evidence than that? Although now that I know that that bloody outline's by the bathroom, it kind of, it's like, is it blood or is it like poop? Did someone get blasted by an emergency poop as they were hanging out by the bench of the bathroom? Oh no, not the poop!
How do you know so much about Oops, I Crap My Pants?
I'm wearing them, and I just did.
When I found out that this blood outline was by the bathroom, that made me laugh. Like, you couldn't have put it anywhere else. You couldn't have put it anywhere else. How to Train Your Dragon's Isle of Berk. Now, I know I covered this in a previous video, please watch here, but the Isle of Berk is the land to visit when you're gonna go to Epic. It's the biggest of all the lands, and it is full of living dragons. I mean, a feat I am so hyped to see in real life. Disney occasionally treats us with living characters, you know, we'll occasionally get little gags to make the world feel more alive, like the Haunted Mansion tombstone of Madame Leota's eyes popping open, or for that time we had that Pandora walk around AMP, you know, like Robot Man at Pandora Land. That was fun, but nothing seems to compare to what Universal is offering up here in Isle of Berk. There are dragons everywhere, like everywhere, like everywhere. And the ride systems in this land are so fresh you haven't seen them at any other Disney park. The Dragon Racers Rally is this amazing flying ride. I'm sure you're all familiar with it. It's gone viral on TikTok with the Ninja Turtles ride with the Shell Shock spinner chick. She's amazing. I cannot suggest following her content enough. She's so cool. I can't wait for her to get to this park and spin out hard on Dragon Racer Rally. Plus, we also have Fire Drill, which is a really cool water ride that I've got to experience at some Legolands, where it's like this boat water blasting target practice. You will get absolutely soaked on this ride, but it's cool. These are two new fresh ride systems that you as a Disney adult have not seen in your park, so check it out. Plus, I love this. They have a Broadway style show in Isle of Berk. Thank you, sweet baby Broadway Viking Dragon Jesus. Oh my gosh. It's a massive theater house that replicates the Beijing Universal Dragon Show, but gives it some slight tweaks to its story to fit into the land's canon a little bit more accurately. But man, this show makes me speechless. Speechless. Hiccup and Toothless like fly through the audience in a way that's going to make you just, what? And if that's not enough, if all the living dragons everywhere in their roosts and the ice dragon and dragons in your gift shops and whatnot wasn't enough, the land is also packed with meet and greet characters. We're like swimming in them. Not just Hiccup and Toothless, who you can find at the stage door of the theater around back for like photos and meet and greets. There's also the Nut Twins, Rough Nut and Buff Nut. I don't know what they're doing. I know one's Rough Nut and Tough Nut. Now these guys, everyone's obsessed with these. It's like Dumb and Dumber Vikings, and honestly, with that explanation, what's not to love about that? And let's not forget Gobber the Belch, the chef who's hanging out with one hand, this massive dude. He's an absolute unit, and he's full of hilarious bits. Every time I see a clip of him, I'm laughing. It's really, really great. Not to mention, there's another dragon walk around with Astrid Stormfly. You can also meet those two. So like, this land is going to feel very alive and festive, which is amazing. And if that didn't convince you that this park is going to be the one to visit, they also have robot dragons. That's right, Boston Dynamic robot dogs dressed like dragons doing tricks, and flying drone dragons that we've seen in test and on the ground. Like this is going to be next level. This is the full culmination of everything Disney was working on for its living character initiative and then abandoned. Like everything that they were working on to bring living characters to life in the park has been utilized here at Isle of Berk. So as a Disney fan, this is like literally something that I've been actively deprived of after lots of promises. So it's cool. It feels like Beastly Kingdom all over again. You know, big Disney plans and Universal sweeps in and steals it. I switched to this hat because it's T for the French. Okay, up next, we've got the Ministry of Magic Wizarding World. And now you've all been to a lot of Harry Potter lands. I know you have. I know you've all been out there sipping your butter beers at Universal Parks, cheating on your Disney parks that you love so much as a Disney adult. You sneak over, you have a little drink, you ride a little Jurassic Park ride. You know, I get it. Now, a lot of ways, everything that you've had and experienced in all of those other Harry Potter parks is all just replicated here. The stores, the butter beer, the snacks, the weird drinks, like a lot of that stuff is just re-envisioned with like a new butterbeer cart, a new restaurant, a new candy store, a new wand shop, but there are minor upgrades for the little details that really sell for this Parisian magical land. The land is called Ministry of Magic, which is kind of funny to me because it'd be like calling Batu Star Destroyer because that's where the main e-ticket goes for the ride. That doesn't make any sense to me. Just call it, you know, Wizarding World, come on down, it's French, you know, the ministry of baguettes in the Wizarding World. I don't know. But yet they've managed to figure out how to build their own France pavilion and somehow connect it from 1920s France into 1990s, like canon, wizard canon. I don't know. Whatever, I'm fine for it. The new attraction here looks breathtaking, larger than life. Traveling in by Floo powder is such a legit way to go through the queue. So cool. Everything I've seen about it is amazing. Now, spoilers, the inside queue of this attraction might be the single most gorgeous thing I've ever seen a theme park build in my entire life. Now, I'm a little biased. I really love the tile work and kind of like the energy of Ministry of Magic. So, I don't know, maybe I'm not the definitive voice on this, but to say that this is the most beautiful thing I've ever seen. It's just the most beautiful thing I've ever seen. And the ride vehicle system, you guys aren't gonna believe this. It's the most size-inclusive Harry Potter ride that Universal has ever put out. I've still yet to be on Gringotts. I can only ride Forbidden Journey when I'm like sub 300 pounds. And yet now I have a Harry Potter ride that's just set up like the Tower of Terror elevator ride system with a seatbelt. You just hop on the attraction and put on a seatbelt. And on top of all of that, outside, and sort of like the main attraction of the French area of the land is the circus. This incredible wizard circus show, which I am beyond hyped to see. Practical stage magic, puppetry, circus acts, all of that combined together just is a win-win for me. We all love stage shows as Disney adults. Disney parks are full of them, so, you know, give it to me. And on top of all of that, live music. They have live bands wandering around with like brass work and a little like magical creature on like a music cart. It's so cool. Like there's so much fun stuff that you can bump into, like magic students from a bunch of different wizard schools, like kind of wandering the streets and like having fun with each other, and you can chit chat with them. The wand shop has this crazy like madam, like wand mistress who you can like interact with and get your wand picked with. So much cool stuff is happening in this land. I'm really excited about it. But in all seriousness, it feels like the rest of the stuff, separate from like the circus and the new ride, is just like a repackage and like a rehash of the same stuff from the other Harry Potter lands. Like, how many different ways can you dress a butterbeer cart? Can someone please tell me? Speaking speaking of copying other lands, Super Nintendo World is an exact duplicate of all the other previous Super Nintendo Worlds. It feels like the most oversaturated land of Epic Universe because we've all seen it. Like they keep building these things, almost like they bulk ordered the ride from Costco, and they ordered 3 lands identical and they just shipped and they built them. And there's really no difference between Epic Universe, Hollywood, or Japan's Super Nintendo World. It's all the same. Mario Kart looks really cool. I love it. I'm excited to experiment with this new 3D glass system. I've never had a chance to try it out here in Orlando, so I'm really stoked about that. The Donkey Kong coaster looks so cool. I love the Minecart Madness energy of it all, and I'm really excited to see if I fit on that attraction. I know that a lot of stuff can be super limiting in this land because, again, this is a family land. These attractions are built primarily for kids to enjoy with their families, and so a lot of the ride systems like Yoshi, Mario Kart, and Donkey Kong are a little bit more restrictive size-wise, so just keep that in mind when you head into land. Make sure you do some test vehicles, and also check out my episode of Fun with Banks Lee, the icon of theme park size inclusivity, where we run through every ounce of Epic Lands to take you through each ride, each size inclusivity, what rides are accessible, what rides aren't. So head on over to my podcast and check out that episode. It's really great, and we dive pretty deep into the Super Nintendo world of it all. You can also meet a whole host of Nintendo meet and greet characters in this land. Mario, Luigi, Peach, Toad, Donkey Kong, so cool. And again, talking characters. Mario and Luigi, Peach, they're all talking to us. Disney just abandoned that whole idea a long time ago, but now you can get it here at Nintendo Land, and these might be the most excited I am for character meet and greets in a hot minute. I cannot wait to meet these lunatics. So while all in all, this land is probably the smallest, most likely to have its portal closed, the most regular, and it seems really, really tight navigationally. It looks stunning. It looks stunning, and I can't wait to finally get in it. So yeah, the new park looks really great. A lot of fresh ideas, a lot of riveting new concepts, and the new trend of singular IP lands continues with Epic, but that seems to be, what level of immersion we can come to expect from Universal moving forward. They love singular IP lands, whereas Disney is kind of experimenting more with going back into the multiple franchise lands, like most obvious with Tropical America, Encanto, Indiana Jones, we're throwing it all together in there. Epic is doubling down on the single IP model, and I think that's gonna work out pretty nicely for them, quite honestly. There's no reason for you to be afraid of this new place, Disney adults. Epic Universe is open and welcoming, and is quite honestly the culmination of a lot of things you've seen experimented on in Disney parks in the past, now fully given to you with these weird ideas that never really culminated in the Disney lands, as it were. So Epic Universe seems pretty epic to me. What do you guys think? Are there things that you're excited about in these new parks that I didn't mention or touch on? Let me know in the comments. Let me know if you got to go out to Epic Universe. I got to sneak out there. Obviously, you saw in the video me having a little bit of fun around the park. So I'm hyped. I cannot wait to go back, and I cannot wait to hear your epic stories. Make sure you head on over to all of my holy social medias to drop me lots of hot tips, photos of you in the park, and all of your epic stories, or visit me at my Patreon and connect with me and chat with me and see all of these videos early. Special thanks to all my Patreon members. Thank you so much for helping me make these videos possible, and head on out to things like Epic on the last minute to check out something fun and cool and bring it to you. Thanks for watching, guys. As always, you rock. You're epic. You're trying to think of a cool, like when I'm Universal, Dan, what's my cool? You're the universe. You're the universe. You're universally cool. I universally like you. I don't like where this is going.